From Portland, Oregon, we're at 20th Century Lanes for the title matches of today's JBT event. Handicap division first, top seed Samantha Smart looking to win her first career JBT title. Yeah, if she does that a little more often, she'll win that. That's a beautiful strike there, giving her a double in frames 3 and 4. Taking on number 2 seed Nick Bruketta. These two have been back and forth just about all day long, so appropriate that they're playing each other for the title. Samantha is giving 23 pins a handicap, so she's got to win by 24 to win this match. Nick has struggled so far in this match, so she has mostly made up the difference already. And a lot of bowling to do here. Bowled on the PBA Viper pattern today. It is now a dried out desert Viper. It's a Viper that got caught in a sunstorm and couldn't find a rock to hide on, which they are hooking right now. Lots of high hits out of all 4 finalists still bowling right now. Lucky to break up the split that time and leave the relatively simple 6-pin. Samantha looking for the popular double play. She's already won the women's series event today, beating Corrine Lieber for the girls title. Pretty good feeling to win 1 title in a day, let alone win twice in a day. So she'll go cross lane at the 6-pin, switches to a ball that doesn't hook. Go hard and straight, right at it, nicely done. Nick won a tough semifinal match against Jordan Hurd. Nick and Jordan have been 2 of the hottest bowlers in the handicap division the last couple months. 212 to 202 was the final in that game. Nick qualified second at plus 197 today, just 2 pins behind Samantha. They were tied for the lead going into the last game of match play. Does that little practice swing first. Working on 3 opens in a row here in the 5th frame. Oh man, and a rotten breaks. He throws a beautiful ball there. Solid 9 comes up. Nick's got all kinds of rotation on that ball. It's just as he's learning to play this game, it's just learning the direction that that ball is going in. You need to have a synthesis of power and accuracy to score well in this game. He's got all the power. When the accuracy's there, he's been tough to beat this season. And that's where that kind of comes in there, as he sticks with the strike ball. And you don't need power to knock over a 9-pin, Nick. You just need accuracy, and that's a lesson that he's going to learn as he progresses in his bowling career. But that's a tough pill for him to swallow right there, as that's the 4th open in a row. He trails by almost 50 on the scoreboard, getting 23 of it back, so plenty of time, but has to right the ship right here. There we go, much better shot. Alright, hopefully you can build off of that strike. If you're Samantha, when you're in a commanding position like this, you just want to be in no mercy territory here. Don't open, fill those frames. Don't make it any less difficult for Nick at this point. Samantha in 23rd in handicap point, so no problem for making the invitational, but that's right on the bubble for getting into the Touring Players Championship. The top 20 after tomorrow's triple point invitational qualify for Vegas. So she should jump into that top 20 with today's result. And after admonishing her not to open, she's left the very tricky 9-10 here. John Jordan and Perry Crowell going at it in the scratch semis over there. And that's not going to get the 10 there. So she does immediately open right back. And kind of hear that door squeaking back open for Nick. That was a squeaking sound of the door opening, because no one else would make it, so I had to try to do it myself. Thank you very much. John over here fills for 186. That'll force Perry to mark in the 10th frame. Marks do not look to be a guaranteed thing over in that pair right now. As you see how deep John's playing. Samantha with less hand rotation, so she doesn't have to be as deep as the other players, but that's going to go left for sure, not even think about the head pin. You've got to either project that ball out to the right or decrease the rotation or use weaker equipment right now. 20th Century is usually a high friction house, whatever you put out hooks here. Viper, a mid-length, mid to low volume pattern, requiring adjustments all the time, and that plus a high friction surface after a long day of bowling equals hook, hook, hook. And wow, right when she needed to fill frames, it's back-to-back opens for Smart. What an opportunity for Bruketta here. He's got to be jumping out of his skin here. He's going to have to wait a second for the human glacier Perry to throw the next shot. Perry needs a mark here. See, he's standing not only in front of the ball return, but significantly left of the ball return. Yes. Oh! Left to 6-2, right in the 1-3. So Dan Hansen took the lead away from Perry in the final game of qualifying, so it's appropriate that those two are playing for the title, just like it's appropriate that these two are playing for the handicap title, 1 versus 2 in both divisions. Huge shot for Nick right here. Going left. Oh, that's a big Brooklyn right there. Ask him if he cares if that was a Brooklyn, and I guarantee you he will say I couldn't care less, as long as that's an X on the screen right there, and it is. And from out of nowhere, he's crawled back to virtually even in this match. Nick is capable of stringing 5 or 6 strikes in a row. He's capable of opening off the sheet. Kind of a bit of a wild card, and also current champion right now. He won the last handicap event at West Seattle Bowl, so on a roll right now, but that's left again. And you see that ball for both Samantha and Nick and John, if you caught that way camera left. If that ball's rolling in the mid lane, it's just going to be gripping by 30 feet, and it's just no chance of it even touching the head pin. That's the bad news. The worst news is that the 139 is always a tricky spare, but it's made trickier on this pattern. You can go to the left of the 1 pin and hope the ball doesn't run away from the 8. You go to the right of the head pin, it's very choppable. And that's nicely done. That is a tough spare right there. Nice job from Nick. Stay tuned for part 2 to see who wins this and to catch the first part of Dan and Perry going at it for the scratch title.